Hello everyone, it's Nancy Amato, the Be More Stamper. Welcome, welcome. I apologize for being, oh my goodness, 20 plus minutes late today. Just trying to get organized, you know, it's a challenge, but welcome, welcome. Come on in, sit down, relax. I'm going to show you a quick and easy Christmas card that you could make this year very, very easily. Last weekend, I wasn't live here because we had our team shoebox swap. And this is the card that we made. Okay, this is the one that I provided for them to make. I'm going to show you just a couple of the shoebox swap cards after we finish this one, and then I'm going to keep showing them to you as we go throughout the week. They are just absolutely awesome. So I won't show them all to you today, but I will show you a couple of them. But first we're going to do our make and take. Okay, there we go. So I chose the Christmas Classics bundle and the Joy of Christmas 12 by 12 designer series paper. Okay, so here is the paper along the bottom of page 29 in our September to December mini catalog. Oops, everything's falling over here. So you can get a better look at the stamps and the coordinating dies if you flip over to page 31. So you can see that we are using this square die right here, and that is what I use to cut out the designer series paper. That is shaded spruce. And then there's also a separate die to cut out that square for your greeting. And we used the, what's this called again? We use the silver and white sheer ribbon that is also in this mini catalog that has been extremely popular. Right now, it is currently out of stock, but it is due back in the week of November the 11th, or November, what did they say? I wrote it down. November the 13th, okay? So it will be back soon enough. It's just a couple of weeks. So I'm going to show you how to do this card. It is a quick and easy card to make. And then I'm going to just show you maybe like three of, oh, we'll talk about this in a second. Maybe just like three of the make and takes from the shoebox swap. Hi, Betty. How are you? Thanks for joining today. Alrighty. So you can see I have two samples here. The colors we're going to use are shaded spruce and real red. Let me grab the card kit here. I still have one made up so we can go through all of the pieces and the measurements. Okay, so your card base is going to be thick basic white, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. For the inside of your card, you're going to have a layer of shaded spruce, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go right inside there. You have another layer for your greeting that is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. We're just going down 1/4 inch each time. So that is going to be our inside piece, okay? The outside piece of shaded spruce is smaller. It is 3 3/4 by 5. So it is the same size as the white panel for the inside. But our piece of red designer series paper is 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this little element, oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? So this was cut out from a design of the designer series paper. in that package. And I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but the shaded spruce has little variations in the color, a little bit of blue and somewhat of like a yellow green. I think you can see it. It's kind of like a mottled look. I really just love that. I think that is just beautiful. And then our die cut square from that same die set is in basic white also. So you need a piece approximately 2.5 by 2.5 just to cut that out. Okay, let's get started. Our stamping is going to be quick and easy today. We're going to open up our Real Red. Oh, let's get the stamps out. That would help, wouldn't it? Let's put the stamps on the block. So let's see, what did I do? I did the Deck the Halls, so that is right here. And what's nice about this set, it's photopolymer, so you can see right through, so you can easily line up your greetings. And then we did our little holly. I might try doing the berries today too. Let's grab those berries as well. Okay. And then the inside, what did we do? Tidings of comfort and joy. There we are. So I can just put this on a block and we are ready to roll. Let me grab an envelope too. Hang on a quick second, they're right next to me. It has been a busy week this week. I am getting ready for my Creative Escape, which I host twice a year in Ocean City, Maryland. And this time we have 40 wonderful ladies coming. So I have been cutting paper all this week, getting ready for that. And I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty proud of myself. Oh, that's right. Let's do the season's greetings on our envelope flap. Let's pull that out as well. There we go. So I've been giving you some little like sneaky peeks of some of those projects as well. I am going to also offer those cards that we are making at the beach as an online class. So more details about that will be coming. Okay, so we just need these two pieces right here to do our stamping. I am going to put a little piece of scrap paper here on top of my foam mat because we're using photopolymer stamps, and it just helps give it a little cushion. So let's start with the holly in the corners real quickly. Okay, we're going to have that holly stem hang off the edges. So that's why we're working with a little piece of scrap paper. So when we go off the edge, it's just going right onto that paper. If you do not, the ink will get on this foam mat, and you can see I've gotten ink on this foam mat. It's not a big deal. But the problem is it takes so long to dry that you may ruin your project because you're smearing it in, oh, there's pumpkins. You're smearing it in the ink on the mat. That's why it's a good idea just to put a piece of scrap paper right down there. All right, let's try to add berries here. I haven't tried this yet, so let's see what it will look like. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, let's flip this around and do the same thing there. That does not look so bad, does it? All right, our greeting, tidings of comfort and joy, we're going to do in the Real Red. Okay, and then we can put this one aside for a quick second. Let's grab our square for the front. Okay. And let's do Deck the Halls. Again, we're going to just tap this one into the Real Red ink. And see, because it's photopolymer, I can line this up like nobody's business. I love it. Alrighty, and let's pull in, where did I put our envelope? I just got it out. This has been my whole week. Here we go. All right, let's do our little holly up here. So for an envelope flat, for the top, we can just stamp the little leaf, the holly stem off the edge there. Okay, no problem. Let's fill in with the berries right where we want them. But for this flap, we don't want to get that little stem onto the body of the envelope. So all you do is open up your flap, stick your little scrap paper underneath there, and then fold the flap down. Okay? That way, that little extra piece is going to go right on the scrap paper. Okay? See? There it is right there, instead of being on the body of your envelope. Alrighty, let's just ink up our season's greetings. I just re-inked these pads, so they're extra juicy. So I'm just tapping them very lightly. And there's our season's greetings, okay? I think, oh, but I already have a green thumb. Maybe my plants should do better now that I have a green thumb. I don't know. Alrighty. There we go. Let's just put the ink aside. We can put the envelope aside. I'm just going to move these right over here and hopefully not get my fingers in them again. And now we're just ready to build this card. This is what I said. This is a quick and easy card. Who knows? Maybe I will even get cards done and mailed this year if I pay attention to my own advice, right? All right, we're gonna layer our inside panel right there onto our shaded spruce panel. So again, the basic white is 3 3/4 by 5, and then the shaded spruce is just 1/4 inch bigger at 4 by 5 1/4. All right, and now we can just put this right on the inside of the card. Just like that. I just love, for some reason, I'm really into white card bases having like a light and clean and crisp look lately. I don't know what that's about, but alrighty. So now we have our pieces for the front. This is a different pattern of the designer series paper. You can see my sample. I had the gingham red, and this is more of like a floral red. I love it as well. So we're going to use this one today just to show you the variety. So we're going to layer that right here. I had to look at my sample and make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong. I know we're adding a swoosh of ribbon. I just wanted to make sure I knew where it was. You know, after all, it's only been a week. You would think I would remember, but no. All right. So now we are just going to put this down flat. We are going to pop this one up with dimensionals. So I am going to just run some glue right around all 4 edges there. And layer this one down. All right, now this is where we're going to do our ribbon swoosh. Okay, and ribbon swoosh, this is what I mean. One of these things. It's kind of just like a compressed cursive L starting backwards. I just love doing it this way. And I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. Let me find, oh my goodness, I hope I have, yes. I was a little frightened. I thought I left it out in the living room. So you're going to take a little bit of either Stampin' Seal Plus, or tear tape adhesive. Okay, and you're just going to run it. Let me get this guy started. You're going to run it in the middle because it's going to be covered up by this greeting. Okay, so you're just running it in the middle where that greeting is going to cover it up. okay? This is kind of just like the stickiness that you need to put your ribbon down. Now, I believe this was, yes, each of these pieces, they're about 15 inches. That'll give you enough room to do your little ribbon swoosh, plus you'll have room to trim it off, okay? So we're gonna start with one end being in the upper right-hand corner, and we're just gonna tap it into that adhesive, and you can see that is holding that ribbon really nicely. Now we're gonna bring it up and make a loop, and we're actually going to kind of like cross it over on itself. Can you see that? So we can always lift this up and try again. We're not just putting the loop like this. We're actually going up and over and crossing it on itself again. All right, now we push that into that adhesive. Now we do the same thing again. We're gonna lift this up like this and make another loop and cross it over on itself. Okay, and you just tack that down, and then you wanna just see, yep, that's the look I want. That is what I want it to look like. Okay, so if you are using regular adhesive, you can then just grab a little piece of tear tape or even Scotch tape. I just like having this little piece right over top, making sure these little guys are not going to sneak out. Okay, now we're going to flip over our greeting panel and just add some dimensionals. I'm going to do one in each corner, and then I am going to do another one right in the middle because I want that to hold that ribbon down as well. So since I'm using tear tape here, I can always just remove this wax paper to expose the adhesive. That's just going to help it grab onto those dimensionals as well. And we are just going to push this down here. Okay, just like that. And that middle dimensional helps support it as well, kind of like the middle trestle of a table, right? Now we can take our paper snips and then just angle these ends, or you can even flag the ends if you want to do that. I'm just going to angle them today. And now this whole panel is going to be attached to the front of the card with some dimensionals as well. You know it's not a Nancy card unless stuff is popping up off of it. I love dimensionals, and you guys know it. Okie dokies. So now this is just going to go on the front. So here's our inside. I'm just going to open it and flip it. And you can see this front of the card has a nice wide border all the way around. I don't know what it is lately. I'm into like the clean and simple. The clean and simple cards. Hey Deb, how are you? I miss seeing you in person, Deb. We're gonna have to make a lunch date sometime. I'm gonna have to drive on up to see you. So there is the card. You could always add rhinestones to it if you wanted to. I just thought it was enough with this glimmery silver edged ribbon. And like I said, the ribbon should be back in just a couple of weeks, the week of November the 13th. So if you like this card for your holiday cards, you could get everything else ready and assembled, except just putting this on top. And then that way you have them ready to go. So there we are, and we have a coordinated envelope with our card as well. Let me tell you really quickly, this is the last weekend of our joining special. And the little piece of paper I had not more than 10 minutes ago has escaped. Oh, here it is. I thought it has escaped. It was next to me on the ground. So I wanted to explain this to you. If you have a wish list of at least like $99, your best deal right now is to purchase the starter kit. It does not mean that you need to sell to other people or hold classes or do YouTube lives or do events. You can be a happy shopper and purchase items at a discount for yourself. That is honestly how I started. I was spending so much money on my Stampin' Up! Supplies that I'm like, this is kind of silly. I need to get the discount. And that was almost 20 years ago. So right now, for the 35th anniversary, instead of the regular $99 starter kit plus tax, you can get the cost of the starter kit at 35% off. So that works out to be $64.35 plus your state tax. And you get to choose $125 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. Okay, and that includes anything that is on pre-order for demonstrators right now. Or you can choose to still pay the $99 plus the tax, but you get to choose 35% more. So you get to choose $168.75 for your starter kit goodies. Okay? If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer them. Another perk of joining right now is you get free, you can join our on stage at home, which is a Stampin' Up! Virtual event for free. And that is the second weekend of November. It is on a video platform. And then even if you're not available that weekend to watch the videos, you will be able to have access to that for several weeks after the event. So let me know if you have any questions about that. I would love to have you on my team. Like I said, you do not have to sell anything. You can just buy for yourself and be a happy shopper. All right, I am going to just randomly pick two of the cards that we did at the shoebox swap last week. All right, so this one is really cool. And I have to admit, I do not have any of these stamps or bundles. So this was such a great way for me to get samples of things that I do not have. I love shoebox swaps for that very reason. Okay, I do have this stamp set and the punch, but I do not have these dies. So these are in our annual catalog. And they are, I can't even remember what they are called. And my annual catalog, of course, is in the other room because I'm cutting paper and I need it to have that there to refer to what's current and what's not. But anyway, you die cut all of these out and then you cut this into quarters. That's how you got the 4 quarters that you then glued on to the corners of the front of the card. That is just the coolest thing ever. So Wendy did this one. And then Beth did this one with the fishing suite. I love this as well. I don't have these fish, just love it. And it's a happy retirement card. She used some of the designer series paper that is in the annual catalog. We used the embossing folder to give this panel some texture after we stamped it. That is also in the annual catalog. I'm going to have to look up all these products and list them for you. And then these cute little fish. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. And then good things come to those who wait. And then the little fishing hook there. So those are 2 of the cards that we did last week. I'm going to be sharing the rest of them throughout the week and giving credit to the artist. Beth did this one. So thank you so much, Beth. Love, love, love that. So let me just show you again what we made today and remind you about the joining special. This ends on October the 31st. So please don't miss out on this opportunity to join my team. I would love to have you. If you're in the US, that would be perfect. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back next week once again with some more cards to show you, and my goal is to have all of my paper cut and bagged and ready to roll for Ocean City before then. So I should be able to find things on my desk maybe a little bit easier. You never know. We can always wish. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much. Oh, hi Beth. I just scrolled down and saw you. Yes, Beth. I loved that fishing card. And remember, I'm going to keep it for whenever hubby retires, since it's a retirement card, and we can all send him the same card. Oh, Lordy. Alrighty. Have a great day, everyone. I'm getting back to the paper cutting, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.